Hey yo, it's Evs. Hey yo, hey yo. This video is talking about doubting the fact that you're saved. The question is, am I really saved? This question is a question I personally had for many years. I gave my life to God in 2009. I was quite young. I was in the service and there was an altar call to give your life to God, and I came up to the front and I cried, and a lady prayed for me and I cried, and then that was it. I'd given my life to God. I didn't change or transform or become this new person instantly. I'd heard a lot of testimonies in the past about people who've given their life to God and everything changes, they transform, they're this completely new being. That didn't happen for me. I cried when I gave my life to God. After I cried, I'd count down and everything kind of felt the same. It was a conference at a hotel. I was sharing the hotel room with my sister. I'd already been reading Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, and yeah, it was a long time ago. No, but nah, I stand by Twilight because the books are good. The movies, but the books were good. So anyway, I'd been reading Twilight, so obviously I came back to the hotel room and I started reading it, and I remember my sister saying, "Ebony, you should be reading your Bible, you just got saved." And I was like, no, I want to read Twilight. So I read Twilight. Every time I would question if I was saved or not, I would look back at that night and think, well, if I was saved, then surely I'd read my Bible, innit? And I wasn't like, oh my god, I just want to sit and read the Bible for hours. I still wanted to read I still wanted to read Twilight, so I read Twilight. And I think, Ebony, you must not be saved, because if you were saved, you would have gone back to that room and you would be praying in tongues and reading your Bible and learning about all the Gospels from Matthew to John. So I would start to question if I needed to get saved again. I'd go to church and they'd do an altar call, like, you need to give your life to God, and I'd think, do I need to go forward for this? Like, have I really given my life to God? I came back to God early January this year. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't at church. It wasn't an emotional thing. I didn't cry. It was just something that happened in my room, just be by myself, me and God. I made the decision to come back to God. Everything changed from that point in my life. God has just blessed my life in the month of January, and even on a day-to-day basis from that point. But it's not like I got saved at that point. I know that I have been saved from the moment I first gave my life to God in 2009. I've been saved for 6 years, but it's only recently that I've really felt God in my life more. Before, I expected that to happen straight away. Obviously, it's not something that happens straight away. I was in church today. We had a guest speaker called Liana Quintana. I spoke to her about doubting the fact that you're saved. I would doubt if I really did get saved, and would I need to get saved again? Did I do it right? Did it work? She basically broke it down to, there's the body, there's the spirit, and there's the soul. The body is like our... Wait. I need to call Tasha to confirm this. Tasha? Hi, do you remember what Liana was saying about the body, the soul and the spirit? Like how she defined the three?
No.
You're on my video, by the way. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Alright, I'm gonna call Nag. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember what Liana was saying today about the body, soul and spirit, and like how she defined the three?
Okay, basically said that if you give life to Christ, your spirit is always right, and then it's just your soul and your flesh just need to work to get more Christ-like, basically.
Yeah, that. Oh, say hi.
Okay, hi.
Sound more happy.
Hi.
Hi. Alright, thank you. I feel like this is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you know when you call a friend? Should be like TikToking in the background. Naomi, you have 30 seconds to tell me about the body, soul and spirit. Are you still there?
Ooh, yeah.
Thank you for joining me on my channel, girl. Bye. Thank you. The spirit is always right. It's just the body and soul which have things that need to work on. So there's 3 elements to us as beings: the spirit, the soul and the body. When I got saved, my spirit was right. My spirit was saved. I said to her, like, I understand that obviously when I got saved, change wouldn't happen instantly. It's a journey for me to get to where I am now. I am a child of God now. I feel like I've got to that place now, but obviously I understand that it's a journey and I had to go through a journey to get here. It didn't happen instantly. But she said the spirit has always been saved. That did happen instantly. As soon as I gave my life to God, I was saved. That was it. Obviously my body and my soul still had issues. I was still Ebony with all her issues and all her flaws and her worldly desires. I was still me, but my spirit had been saved. This journey has been my body and my soul readjusting and changing and letting go of things that are not part of God's kingdom, and that's what the journey has been. The journey hasn't been my spirit coming to God. My spirit, as soon as I was saved, that was right. There's 2 scriptures which relate to this. The first one is Ephesians 2 verses 8 9. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and it is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. And also Romans 10 verses 9. Because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Our thinking has a massive effect on us. If I'm sat here thinking, oh, maybe I wasn't saved, maybe God hasn't saved me, that's wrong. And it says in the Bible that if we believe that we are saved with our heart and we know that God raised Jesus from the dead, then we are saved. It's out of our hands almost. There's nothing I can do about it. What's done is done. I've been saved, whether I like it or not. I love it, obviously. Whether you like it or not, if you've given your life to God, if you said that prayer, if you prayed, you know that there's a point in your life where you turned your life around for God, then you've been saved. I've sinned since that point. It's been 6 years. I've sinned, I walked away from God, stopped reading my Bible, decided I didn't want to be a Christian. Through that 6-year period, I experienced all of these things. Obviously nobody's perfect. Nobody's walk is perfect. Nobody will have a perfect walk. Don't think that because you've done this or you've been really bad or you've done all these things that you're not saved. You still are saved, regardless of how bad you mess up. If you go kill somebody tomorrow, let's hope you don't. But if you go kill someone tomorrow, you're still saved. Still saved, no matter what you do, no matter what you've done. So don't let the devil tell you lies. Do not let the devil is a liar. He's the biggest liar, and he knows that if he can get you thinking that you've not been saved, if he knows that he can discourage your spirit, then he's got you. The devil doesn't have us, God has us. Don't believe the lies of the devil and don't let him catch you in his lies, because he's a liar. God is the truth. God saved us, he loves us, we're his children. We should live like it, because God has a place for us in heaven. So don't be discouraged. Remember that you are saved. Stay blessed. Peace out. A town. Mwah.